Don't be naive. People judge a book by its cover. Here are some simple ideas to update your contracting website regardless of how busy you are. This is my online toolbox providing weekly quick tips and reminders in all facets of marketing with an objective to help you grow your business with more quality leads, emphasizing more and quality, targeting mostly the online marketplace with a hybrid of education, giving you a strategy, and then sticking by you through the implementation too. We want to remind you to please like us on the My Online Toolbox Facebook page or subscribe to us on the My Online Toolbox YouTube channel to get alerts for our weekly updates. Last week, we were reminding people on how to recognize the difference between peer groups, mentors, and doers to distinguish the results and accountability that supports those results. But this week, we're moving into reminding you that people do judge a book by its cover. And we know that you're busy, you should be in this economy, but we'd like to give people simple ideas to update your contracting website to focus in on your future prospects who are going to be coming next week, next month, next year, and they couldn't care less what your website looked like previously before you make changes. So what we want to do is we're just using a couple of different examples like we always do, live examples. In this case, we're using a company called Ryan Restorations. Their website is tileandslateroof.com. And when you go there, you would have no idea what his website looked like last week, last month, or even a year ago. But what we want to do is bring you specifically to one of the top 3 services that he does. In this particular case, it's SLATE Roofing. This page, he's been busy now for years. He's been growing well, but this particular landing page did not look like this just a few months ago. So looking at everything from the header image, and as you scroll down, you look at some another real beautiful home. It's actually gorgeous, but as you scroll down, you'll see even more beautiful images and stories. And then we even brought this to the next page for tile roofing being his second most popular service, and then copper roofing services being his third. And right now, because he addresses, I think it's about 8 to 10 different locations, but as you go to the service areas page, you'll see different locations. But as a trick, we don't know how fast this will go, but as of this given moment, specifically, Evanston, right there in the middle, is the only service area page that has been updated. So you would need to look at the Evanston page and then go to any other service page and see the difference between the new format and the old format. The point is, if a prospect comes to the Burridge page today, he will not have any idea that it's different in format than the Evanston page, which has been updated. So what we'd like to do is give some simple ideas. To not overwhelm you, especially when you're busy, is choose just one service page, preferably one of your best performing services. Then, as a starting point, first decide what images are outdated to be replaced or deleted altogether. Get rid of something that's there just due to nostalgia reasons, that it has a feel good story for you, but so many years have gone by that the reality is that the image doesn't represent the best of who you are going forward. So eliminate first, decide what's going to be replaced, and then once you know the handful or two of images that are going to be part of the reputation of that service going forward, structure them again in the order that is most applicable to the viewer's eyes going forward. Once you have an idea of how you want to see your new images going forward, then update the text to be consistent with the flow of those images, because sometimes people are writing stories about a particular image either before the image is seen or after the image is seen, and you just want to double check that the actual text is supporting the images themselves within the story writing or the branding of that particular service page. Then choose the next page only after the above is completed. Don't overwhelm yourself, and remember, there's never going to be a perfect time to do anything, but the reality is you have to simply remember the prospect next month, next quarter, next year has no idea when your page or web page was updated or not. So don't drive yourself crazy thinking about having X amount of pages that are brand new and X amount of pages that are still outdated. Just keep it based on your workload, based on your financial ability, as well as the programmer's availability to consistently just keep moving forward, cleaning up things page by page. It does not mean if your entire website marketing is outdated by so many years that you don't want to rebuild an entire website at one chance, but many cases go by where there's a lot of individual pages that could have a facelift that would give you a dramatic improvement in your marketing without redoing the entire website. Case in point, this particular company we featured over the years. We've been working with them for a long time of their growth. About a year ago, we featured them as they were an NAHB Remodeler of the Month, and they're busy for all of this year, and they're already booking into next year. However, if you go to their kitchen remodeling service page, we are in the process of doing the same very step, taking the first page that is really outdated. We're not going to show it at the moment, but we could tell you this, depending on when you get there, this particular kitchen that you see on the left-hand side, it will be replaced with a much nicer kitchen, a different angle that shows the kitchen better. And that one on the right, there's going to be a replacement of a much better staged kitchen. But however, the kitchens themselves and the stories behind them, they look good, and it's not prohibiting him from growing in 2022. However, very soon, when the new prospect comes, perhaps you, depending on when you're listening to this video, you're not going to see those images anymore. They'll be replaced. There's also a few images that we don't like that are gone. Not that they weren't good kitchens, but he's done much better over the years, and we just simply forgot to replace the kitchen remodeling images to represent the best of who he is going forward next year. Remember, don't be naive. People will judge book by its cover, so just go step by step in replacing how people are going to visualize you. Show the best of who you are to the best of your ability, but don't lose sleep when you just can't do it all at any given time. Doesn't matter whether you have a website or not. We've been doing this for many years, which is why we like to show these awards from many years ago, where it's a pattern of getting yourself started, changing, deleting, and enhancing as time goes by. This is my online toolbox providing weekly quick tips and reminders. And remember to start planning yesterday for next year's marketing and profits. Have a healthy week, and we will see you next week.